Food stamps are going away effective November 1st. So I keep seeing videos where everyone's complaining and crying and so scared because allegedly their EBT SNAP benefits are going away effective November 1st. And I've seen all these videos where people are saying Trump is taking away food from people right before the holidays. So let me just remind you of something in case you've forgotten. Food stamps, EBT, SNAP benefits, Section 8, that is all under a government assistance program of which taxpayers who work pay for. There's no bank somewhere that has a stash of money that's sending to you because you don't work. And now this video has nothing to do with the people who are disabled, have disabled children. I'm talking about able-bodied workers. There's no bank anywhere where you get free food. That's not a thing. We pay for it. The people who work, taxpayers, we pay for it. So now you guys are crying, oh my God, Trump is taking away our food stamps right before the holidays. When did you think your food stamps was going to go away? Because again, it's government assistance, help. It's temporary while you get on your feet. It was not for you and your kids and your kids' kids and all your families and generational free food. That's not what it was. The Section 8, when you guys were crashing out about that a couple months ago, because now you can only be on Section 8 for 2 years.
I agree with her. I completely agree with her. Because the government assistance program was not designed for people to stay on it for a long time. It was designed for it to help you to get back on your feet temporarily. Because you have people who are on government assistance for decades. And there's some that are on government assistance from generation to generation. The grandma is on government assistance. The mother is on government assistance. And even the kids are on government assistance. And this is a trend that we have been seeing throughout the United States for years. And this pisses off a lot of working class Americans because for many of them, they have to basically get everything from the mud. They have to wake up 6 a.m. in the morning to go work a 9 to 5 or to go work a 12-hour shift that they don't like. While so many people who has the capacity, who are able-bodied individual that could go find a job, they choose not to because they're relying on the government to be able to provide for them. And this pisses off a lot of people. And I remember back in the days before I think the food stamp card came out, they were giving out food stamp in like paper, if I'm not mistaken. I remember one time when I came out the grocery store, there was a black brother who came up to me and he was like, hey bro, you trying to buy something? I thought he was trying to sell me some drug. I'm like, nah, I don't want to buy no drug. He said, nah, I'm not selling no drug. He said, I got some food stamp that I'm trying to sell to you. I'm like, nah, I don't need food stamp. He said, don't you have kids? I'm like, nah, I ain't got kids. He said, but I got kids. I got to feed my kids. I'm like, why don't you use that food stamp paper or card or whatever that was being given at that time before the cards came? Why don't you use that to go buy food for your kids? He said, nah, I don't need no food for my kids. I need cash. And I walked away. I got in my car and drove off. It just got me thinking, for years, a lot of people were taking advantage of the government assistance program, especially when it comes to food. Some of them will use the food to go sell it. Some of them will use the food stamp card to resell it to other people. And for taxpayers, this is very frustrating because many of those people are able-bodied who could go find a job.
To eligible for it, you have to work at least 20 hours a week. Same thing with Medicaid. Aside from people who have disabled family members, you have to work. If the government was still open, you still can't stay on government assistance your whole life unless you're disabled and you cannot work or you care for a disabled family member or child. So you guys literally thought you were just going to get free food just forever? And then remember when you guys were all crashing out because Kennedy put that new law in effect where food stamps, you can't purchase like junk food, sweets, sugary drinks. It's for healthy food. And you guys were mad about that because you can't buy frozen pizza anymore. You were crashing out about that and throwing hissy fits in the grocery store. So the food was for healthy food. None of you guys tried to get on your feet. And I'm not talking about the ones who used government assistance to help them get on their feet. Bravo to you. But that's what it's for. It's government assistance. So if the government wasn't shut down because they're allegedly saying that the food stamp program could end or people might not get their SNAP benefits effective November 1st because of the government shutdown, let me play this back for you. Let's play it back. The government is shut down because the Democrats want $1.5 trillion plus an additional $5 billion to send money to like Honduras for climate stuff. And to Africa and to the Balkans. Watch my last video. That's what the Democrats want the money for, not to give you food stamps. Your food stamps are going away effective November 1st. So I keep seeing videos.
Even though so many people are complaining about the government not being able to provide food stamps for millions of people, there are some good things that could potentially come out of this. Because when you look at the welfare system in the United States, it has destroyed some people's family. Because in order for a lot of women to be able to receive government assistance, it's required by law for them not to have a man in the house. And there are so many men out there that lost custody of their kids because the mother of the children, the wife or the girlfriend, whoever their significant other was, they chose to basically marry the government. And the government stepped in as the father of the kids because the government was providing everything except for the man. And now many men were basically pushed out their household. Many men were pushed out of their kids' life. And it was very destructive for a lot of people here in the United States. And this is not just in the black community. It's throughout America, throughout every race. Because a lot of women chose to basically be provided by the government. And this has been devastating. A man and a woman need each other to be able to survive in this society. Because nowadays, it's not a common thing. Nowadays, everybody are more individualistic. Everybody want to get their own. You know, a lot of women are saying, I don't need a man. Men ain't shit. I don't need a man. And now, with the government not being able to assist in so many other programs, many women, especially a lot of single mothers, they will start reconsidering maybe getting back together with their baby father or trying to find a man to be able to help assist or to be able to provide for the things that they need. Because the government is also tired, in my opinion. Because when you look at the national debt that we have here in the United States, we have close to $37 trillion in national debt. And it keep on rising. And the government has to cut a lot of costs. And the government is looking at it, okay, there's a lot of people who are on government assistance. Some of them are able-bodied individuals that could go find a job. It's probably better for us to cut some of the costs so we can be able to at least get whatever that's left of the money and use it on something more important like security, or use it to fund other war that we're seeing in other parts of the world, such as we could potentially be going to war with Venezuela. We could potentially also be funding war in Israel, funding war in Ukraine, and on and on. So the government is looking at it in a different perspective, as there's so many people on government assistance, so many people on food stamps, so many people on Section 8, and some of them are even undocumented immigrant. And many of them are using the government system for their own benefit. And people that actually need it, the American that actually need it, the working class that actually need it, can't even have access to it. So I completely agree with this woman. I completely agree with everything that she's saying. I think the government should limit the usage of government assistance to so many people. And there has to be some kind of requirement for them to be able to get into the government assistance program. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Until next time.